Hey everyone, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have like a completely different video than I've ever done before. So I'm going to be telling you about like the book I'm writing, I guess, and like my writing plans. So in July, I'm going to be participating in Camp NaNoWriMo. So if you're not familiar with NaNoWriMo, it normally happens in November. That's like the granddaddy of them all. And NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month. It's done by like a nonprofit, so it's like a worldwide event where people try to write 50,000 words in November or like a whole novel. So I first heard about it when I lived in Kansas City in like 2014. One of my coworkers introduced me to it. And I did it that year and I won. Like I wrote a YA book. I've never done anything with that book, but I might in the future edit it and put it on Amazon or something. But anyway, that's not here or there. So every year since that, I've tried to do NaNoWriMo, and I like have had varying successes of it. Last year in 2017 was my most successful year after my initial winning of it, and I wrote 30,000 words of a romance novel. So this July, I'm going to be participating in Camp NaNoWriMo, which is kind of like it's kind of like a little, like a lesser degree to NaNoWriMo. So there's no word count goal that you have to meet or anything. You get to set your own goal. And you can set either a word count goal or an hours goal, like how many hours you want to write or how many hours you want to edit or whatever. And then they put you into cabins with like 20 other writers, and you have like your own camp forum that you can talk to, and then there's like the bigger NaNoWriMo forums that you can also talk through. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing Camp NaNoWriMo this July. My goal, I decided not to do a word count goal because I really want to work on writing consistently. So I've made my goal to write 30 minutes every single day. So that's a total of 930 hours I'll be writing. But again, I don't want to do like 5 hours one day and then not write for the next 4 days. For me, it'll really be at least writing 30 minutes every single day. Obviously, I know that there'll be some times in July when I'm like traveling and things that I might not be able to do the 30 minutes, but you know, I just want to be consistent and make writing a priority in my life. So the project I'm going to be working on is the project that I started last November, and it is that romance novel that I told you about before. So it's a romance novel. I have about 30,000 words. I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but it takes place in a small town, and a woman comes into town for work, and she'll be leaving in like a few months, so she doesn't really want to start like a romance or anything, but there's like a sheriff's deputy that, you know, they're gonna fall in love and whatever. So the last couple days I've been rereading my work because I really haven't worked on it since November, so I've been rereading it, trying to get back into the setting and the environment. And I have like mixed feelings about it. So I really like the characters and the settings. Like, I love this small town, and I see it being like the first of a series. Like, I could, you know, in romance novels, a lot of times they'll be like brothers, and then there'll be like 7 books about the 7 brothers, or there'll be a series based in the same small town. And so I see that for this town I'm writing in, and having this be a series and where different townspeople, you know, have their romances. So I really like the setting and the characters. But when I'm rereading my book, I'm just like, it's so hard not to compare it to other people because I want to be realistic, right? Like, obviously I'm not going to be as good as like Nora Roberts. For one thing, this is my first draft, and who knows how many drafts Nora has, you know? I don't know if like I like my writing, and I think that that's probably something that all writers struggle with. But I just read it back and I understand it's the first draft, and it's not like hellacious or anything, but I just, I don't know. Like, to me, it kind of reads very like immaturely. Like not that my characters are immature or anything, but I just look at it and like the writing like style and technique just comes off like a second time, you know, like a first time writer, like this being my second book. So I don't know. I'm like struggling with that about the writing and it not being as good as I want it to be. And then as I've been reading it back, I definitely know that there's some things I need to change about my book. I feel like it's hard to tell that my characters are falling in love. Like, to me, it's coming off a little bit insta-lovey. And I'm just struggling with, like, how to show that they're falling in love when it's written in third person. So sometimes it's hard, or I don't know, like, does that make sense? I'm just really struggling with it not being what I have in my head and, like, the movie that's in my head that I'm trying to, like, write down. Anyway, so that's one thing. My plan for July is to finish the book, and then I'm going to go back and, of course, edit it and, like, add the stuff that I think is missing. But it's just something I've been noticing rereading it. So my plans for this novel is I have no, like, dreams or aspirations of writing becoming my full-time job. I'm just really doing it as a creative outlet. So I have a very kind of typically boring job, like a desk job, and there's not a room of loud creativity. So that's one reason why I started my booktube channel, and it's one reason that I want to continue writing, is just to have a creative outlet. After I'm done with it, I do plan on probably just self-publishing it after it's been like edited and everything. But like I don't think that I would like submit it for publication like through a traditional publishing house, because I would, and I know this is like, you know, the cart getting before the horse, but like I really love this town and I don't want someone to like buy this book and then if it doesn't sell well and then they're like, okay, well, we don't want you to write any more books with us, but then now they own like that town. And so I think if I like self-published it, then I would, even if it didn't sell well, I could still write 7 million other novels set in this town or whatever. So I don't know, that's like getting way ahead of myself, but I don't know, I've just been thinking about it. So anyway, those are my plans for Camp NaNoWriMo. I'm really excited, and I'm just excited to just give my writing the time that it deserves, because I do really like to do it, and I do want to finish this book, and I do want to at least self-publish it, just so I can kind of say like, well, not that. The other thing with writing a romance is that there is like some stigma to it. Like I do get a little bit embarrassed, like if I tell people I'm writing a romance novel, like there is some like stigma, even though I think it's like the best-selling genre of books. Like the romance genre makes billions of dollars a year. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I am going to start doing some more writing videos on my channel, because I do want to diversify my channel a little bit more. It's not that it's getting stale, but I can only read so many books a month, and so sometimes it gets hard to think of videos to do. So I am going to start adding some more writing videos into my channel, and I might also start doing videos about movies or TV or like pop culture, because I really love that type of stuff. So I just want to like, I don't know, keep this fresh and keep it fun for me to do. But yeah, let me know if you're doing Camp NaNoWriMo. I'd love to, like go cyber stalk you and see what you're writing. So leave like your username down below or whatnot. And I wish you all luck if you are doing it. I may do maybe some like nano vlogs or something. I don't know. But I'm super excited to be doing it. And yeah, have a great week, and I will see you guys later. Bye.